So as I'm doing this while I'm learning, if I get any wrong, any part of the coding, please let me know down in the comments so that I can correct myself too. I just began to learn JavaScript not too long ago and trying to find out how the language is actually read instead of just know how to type it out. Because I don't want to have it just thrown out, okay, this is a pattern. If you run this, it will come out that pattern. Yeah, you can memorize the whole thing, but I want to know mechanism behind it, why it prints out such a way. So that I want to go line by line and how this gets processed into this. Okay, so this is one of the easy, I guess, projects that was given out on the website. If you find it, trying to draw some patterns. Okay, I mean, I know there's another one that goes kind of 1, 2, going to 2, and then going to 3, and then makes it this kind of Christmas tree shape. This is just the opposite of it. Okay, so let's start with the first line. As I'm understanding that, let a is equal to 5. Okay, so this is a given. Let string is equal to some empty value. So we looks like a JavaScript is using this as a quotations, as a little, and then there's an empty value right between here. So that creates an empty value. So currently at this point, the string is showing as a empty value of just nothing, basically. Okay, so let's go into this loop. So this is a for loop example. So first part, for loop has a so there's a loop here, and the way I'm understanding is that loop actually has 3 parts to it. So it has a where it starts from, okay, how far it's gonna go, and then how many times it's going to do. Basically, that's how I am understanding this. So in terms of I equal to 0, that means we are starting the number from the 0, and then we are making sure if this term is true, then this for loop is going to start running. Okay, so that means initially, so here I is its first point times 0. Okay, therefore here I is also 0, but a is what? 5. Okay, is this term true? Yes, it is true. Okay, therefore now it's going to be added up. So I plus plus, meaning that what? This is same as if you're writing as I equal to I plus 1. Okay, so initially you have a 0 here, you're going to add 1, and then it becomes 1. So the new I value is going to be 1. So, and this is another way of representing this exact the same way. So we have a new I value equal to 1, which will be later on used for next loop. Okay, now it went into this first for loop and then goes into second loop. Okay, so this is an inner loop, this is outer loop. Okay. So the second for loop now has a j as a unknown value. So well, let me erase this part. Okay, j as a another variable. So j comes in with the 0. Okay, this time the way it works is now j has to be less than a minus 1. So initially j is what? 0. A is 5 minus I is who? Right here, that we already had it here, right? So initially I is going to be what? 0. Okay, remember this is a new value. This is current value that for loop, first for loop is running. So this is going to be 0. Okay, and then the j is going to be added up. Okay, increment of 1, right? So now this time j is 1. So this is going to be used on the next loop. Okay, so current loop right now is a 0 in here. Now what this wants to do is string equal to string plus dollar sign. Okay, so initially string was given what? Empty value. Okay, so whatever the empty value it is, we're going to add that empty value to the dollar sign. Okay, and which will make us equal to the new value of the string. Okay, so therefore initially the string, okay, let me actually get rid of that. Okay, string is equal to that empty one which was given here, right? Okay, let me connect that out here. That's there, plus a new string, which is going to be $sign. Okay, and this value is going to be saved into that string. So now actual string is what? Equal to $sign. Okay, so we added that emptiness with the string which is the $sign. It doesn't end there. So what happens is now we finished here. What we have to do is we have to go back to this for loop. So we are completing the inner loop first before we go back out to the second loop of utilizing this I. Okay, so we are going to second loop of J section here, which is this J. Okay, so inner loop going in now because we have a new value of J. It became 1. We go here now, and then second term, which is right here, right? So we have a J is equal to 1, and then A still is a 5, and I still is a 0 because we're still at the inner loop where this is running into it, right? So we still have a 0. And now this is a true, so we're going to add up that up, and it goes to 2. Okay, once again, this is going to be used on the next loop. Now, new string that we're going to add into here is what? What was the previous string that we already saved? Okay, this is new string, which is here. Okay, so this gets entered in that new string, okay, which is $sign. Plus, what do you want to do? New $sign, right? So our another new string, I guess, string value. Ooh, not that string. Value is going to be what? Now we have a double $sign. Okay. All right. Now we're going to go with the second one. Third one actually. Now J is 2. Okay, 2 is 5, 0, so which is true again, right? And adds up to 3 now. We would use that value in the next loop. Our new string value is going to be, okay, so earlier was this one. Now we have a new value is this one. So we're going to enter those 2 that was previously saved. And then we are adding another 1, right? Okay, now our new string value is $3 signs. Okay, and then the next loop, J is 3, 5 minus 0, still true. Then going to 4. So our new string value is going to be this one, right? Remember they came into there, and it's going to go back there again. Okay, so 3 string values in here plus another $sign. So it comes out to be string equal to $4 signs. Okay, and then we have J4. 4 still true, right? Now it gets to 5. New value again. Our new string value is equal to here. That new value that was saved earlier comes in plus that. So our final value of in this loop, we'll see what's his final, if it's final or not, equal to $5 signs. Okay, so far so good. So now we're going to jump into the next one. J equal to 5. 5. Okay, so let's take a look at here. Okay, so far 1 is less than 5, so these are true, right? That's true, right? 2 is, and that's true, that's true. Now this is first time coming as a false. This is where this inner loop breaks. Okay, this is where it stops. That's why we have our string value saved at this point, saved as this $5 signs. Okay. Now, because it's done, now we finally finished inner loop. Okay, in this part, that's what we have, right? So then we're gonna go out into here. Okay, so that string value now is going to be this string value. So which is going to be added into here. And what do they want us to do? We want this to add into with the BRs, the break line, right? So our new string value now is going to be what? String, which is $5 sign, plus BR. Okay. That's our new string value now. Okay, let me actually put that string. Okay. So now we have completed the inner loop, came out, added a $5 sign with the BR. Now we came out here. Well, we're not done yet because we have still in the outer loop, right? Now it returns back to here. Okay, earlier we started as a 0. Now our new I value is now 1. Okay, now we start as a 1 again. This whole thing starts again. So remember this part. I'm going to delete this whole section to remember this. Okay. All right. So we have a now I value is 1, and earlier string value was what? $5 sign, and then BR. Right? Okay. Remember that. Okay, so I equal to 1 now. Okay, so I is here one more time, so 1, and then it has to be less than 5, which is A, right? Which makes sense, right? Okay, because this is true, so I plus, we're adding another 1, plus 1, so it's going to be now, new value is going to be 2. Okay, so this will be outer loop, the second loop. Now it goes back into our inner loop again. Okay, inner loop is going to run again. Okay, so now earlier, remember J was what? 1, right? Because actually no, J is starting from fresh 0 again, because we are rerunning the whole thing again. Start from 0. This time, one thing is different is now J is 0, A is 5, but now I is what? No longer 0 like earlier, but now it's 1. Okay, and then we add that J plus 1 again, right? So now new value of J is going to be 1. Okay, so which will be saved up for next inner loop. Okay, now string here. Where did it come from? Well, this one right here, right? That's earlier saved string before we finished our, well, by the time we were completing our first outer loop, right? So that value, so our new string is going to be this string value that was saved earlier, which is what? $5 sign with the BR. Okay, plus what? Another dollar sign. Okay, so our new value now is going to be what? New string value. Let me write here down here. Okay, this new string value is going to be $5 sign BR. Okay, which break line, which is HTML going to the next line, right? So we are saving into that new line, another new dollar sign, and then it runs once again. The J now is going to be 1. 1, 5 minus 1, true, right? J equals to be 2. Okay, adding another dollar sign to this, right? Now our new string is going to be what? Basically, our new string is going to be this, which is 5 BR, and then that one was what this one was, and then plus another dollar sign. Okay, so our new string value is going to be second one, right? Added on top of it. So this is our new string value. Okay, after this, and then J equal to 2, 2, 5 minus 1, which is still less than 4, right? So 2 is less than 4, so it's still true. Equals 3. String is going to be another 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, BR. And then earlier was saved as what? $2 sign, right? Okay, plus another dollar sign on top of it. So now we're going to add a new one here. Okay, we're going to mark it here. Okay, now J3. 3, 5 minus 1. Oops, I should get rid of that equal sign. That should not be equal. Okay, now new J is going to be 4. Okay, new string one more time. Okay, we have this as a new string that's saved earlier here. So that's going to be $5 sign. And then BR. And then there was 3. There were 3. And then we add another one top of it, right? Plus dollar. Okay, there you go. All right, so now let's go to 4. J equal to 4. 4, 5 minus 1. Oh, they're equal to each other. They're no longer less. So it stops here. Okay, so now we have $4 sign. We're stopping. So this is false. So what do you do next? We have the new string value at the loop, inner loop. Now that's going to go into this value once again. And then what do we add? We're adding BR. Okay, and then gets to save them to back up here again. Okay, as if you're starting fresh new. And then we go another outer loop again, going into the inner loop. So you can see how we have a A5 and then I number. Now this time is going to be what? Now we're going to start as a 2. Now new I number is going to be 2. So you can see how this is going to be keep decreasing value one by one as I number decrease, right? So you will have a less number of $sign by the time when it goes to the next round, and then adding BR. And then another one. Now 2, BR. And then another one. 1, BR. Right? Until when what? When does it stop? Until when 5 is equal to, well, I is equal to 5. That's when I here with A is going to equal, that's the false. That's when it breaks. This whole loop is done. And then we run the next line, which is here what? Document write string, the very last string that we have, which is what? This. So that's why we have a $sign break line BR here, which is what? Next line here, right? And then a 4 break line 3 break line 2 break line 1. And then there should be actually, if there was a cursor here, you should be blinking right here. Okay, so that's how this simple code would run line by line, resulting this. Okay, hopefully that answered some of the confusions that you may have how this thing actually runs. If there's any questions, please let me know in the comment, and as I learn more, I'll post some more. Thank you.